Too many wish on a star, thinking nothing is possible. Another messy situation, not machine washable. I'm only responsible for what I say, not for what you understand. Give me any beat, you know I snap like rubber bands. I'm rooted like the motherland. You ever been stuck in the same place? Now you doing the running, man. If not even me can stop me, I know nothing can. I write so much, I got more sentences than the son of Sam. I'm so private, all they do is assume. Honestly, I'm not like most, cause all they do is consume what's in the media. Checking my brain's an encyclopedia. I tell you what's the deal, like you booked the room on Expedia. Well, why my verses? If you wanna find purpose, I know you nervous, and never remind you what your worth is. Entertain clowns to become part of the circus. I can go in depth, but I just scratched the surface.
Yeah, check it. Watch me bury the competition. I'm on a mission, but they tryna kick it. I told them to break a leg. My scimitar taking heads. Emperor like Leon. You haters just peons. Dust your favorite rapper. That's just something we agree on. Her sex is on fire. I'm the king of Leon.
Check. Too many wish on a star, thinking nothing is possible. Another messy situation, not machine washable. I'm only responsible for what I say, not for what you understand. Give me any beat, you know I snap like rubber bands. I'm rooted like the motherland. You ever been stuck in the same place? Now you doing the running, man. If not even me can stop me, I know nothing can. I write so much, I got more sentences than the son of Sam. I'm so private, all they do is assume. Honestly, I'm not like most, cause all they do is consume what's in the media. Checking my brain's an encyclopedia. I tell you what's the deal, like you booked the room on Expedia. Well, why my verses? If you wanna find purpose, I know you nervous, and never remind you what your worth is. Entertain clowns to become part of the circus. I can go in depth, but I just scratched the surface.
Oh, we gotta take a pause for this cause right here. We'll be back with that one.
Islam, Cujo, where you at, man?
Islam, boys, what's good?
What's up? We can't really hear you. We're gonna try to turn it up.
What's good?
I see you with the games again. You playing Puppet Master. You Moors are clowns. What are you doing?
You already know how the clowns do.
Hey, we got a rook over here. We got a neophyte in the building.
It's a love. It's too big for his head,
good,
you know? He's learning though, We all did the same thing when we first got our first knowledge. We all did the same thing when we first bought our first bed.
He's making our head hurts, yo. He wants to break down everything there, man. Be like,
everything.
Yo, we got you.
You know the newbies.
So how you gonna make us go live and not like get our consent? You know what I mean? That's what Dirty Moors be doing. We just trying to like travel the world, Cujo. Why are you trying to like make us cash app you when we're trying to travel the world and have fun?
You know we gotta blow it up. Especially,
hey, we got a couple minutes if we got anybody that that's live that want to chat before we have to get on our train back into to Nuremberg. Or if you want to ask the question, we saw so much today, man. It was crazy.
For real. Okay, I like this. What's the message to Moors based on today? Just today. What's the message to Moors out there?
The message, I would say, when you meet up with Moors on those principles, like we really want people to understand, like I've been traveling for a long time, and when you get the vibe where it's easy, that's why I keep, that's the whole mode today is it's been
that's
easy.
Like,
and we on that frequency where we all need something. We got to go here. We got to stop here. We're patient. It's not a problem. People coming up to us, the stories, the builds, even minus the information and seeing the Moors on the walls in the cathedral and looking at the Moorish architecture. It's the interaction with people. And that's the message I would say from the easy is the legacy of our ancestors of upholding that information. Even when the people flipped it on us and use it against us, it's that legacy of upholding that information of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. And it's a really easy vibration because we're holding ourselves accountable we're giving each other honor and praise, and it's not even like an ego thing. Like, it's just easy. That's what I can say. But I'll transfer to the Moors and see what they wanted to say.
Islam.
Well, you know how it is. I mean, you know this one right here. So whenever you know we're in Canaanland, it's always like jokes and things. So I mean,
yeah,
easy like Sunday morning, even though it's Friday, a holiday. You know what I'm saying?
Easy like Friday evening.
I'm just glad that, you know, some Moors visited me. I mean, you and your lazy ass hasn't come out here yet.
Is Icon on here? Hello, Icon.
Don't worry. I'm gonna start putting out the Cash App to get those funds to come out there. Don't worry. I should have that in about 2 weeks, like some people.
Crazy. All right, let's get the Neophyte. What you got to say? What's the message?
Neo, what's good, Neo? Asadaya, what's good, War?
How you doing?
Everything's good.
Travel Moors, and travel in habit. Even if you're not traveling, go around your domicile, your local area, in habit. It changes things. It changes people. It changes how they experience you. I had people bowing. Like yesterday, we went to a museum, and I had individuals giving me honors. They were bowing to me. Brother Sheldon was wearing his turban yesterday, and it was almost like I was.
He was mad jealous,
no,
man.
Listen, man, I can't front. Man. I was feeling kind of salty because it was raining yesterday, right? And me normally, like, if it's raining, I'm not getting the wool out, and so it was raining. But then I had my umbrella, and so I just normally always put on my turban, right? I come pick up Asadaya. And this dude's blazer red vest, and he had the khaki green shirt on. So like he had the burgundy and green. And so we go to it's so funny. Go to the museum, and like security and stuff. The security sees him, and like looks at him and greets him and doesn't greet me. And I'm like, no, right here. And then there's times where the street passing and people are greeting him and not greeting me. You know, they look at me and they're like, oh, turban on, okay. Oh, the red fez, so I gotta give him respect. Remember the same story I was telling you how when I was at London and I was with my brethren and his girl and his woman and his child, and we were working in the Hindustani area, and all the Hindustani I'm like, greeting him or his wife or anything. It's the exact same thing, man. I
must be a servant.
It was like
you know what I feel like? Remember in the Big Pun video, I'm not a player where Fat Joe is holding the umbrella.
Yeah.
That's what I felt like. It's like I'm holding an umbrella.
He's the umbrella carrier.
I'm the umbrella carrier for Asanaya when he's in his fest.
Yes.
But I say all this to say, Moors, if you get the opportunity to connect with not only studious Moors, but amazing facilitators such as my brother, Sheldon Mackenzie-L, and the Empress. Come on, no introduction.
Yeah, well, we just keep it Empress. We don't want y'all, you know what I mean?
It's a privilege and an honor to be able to be around these Moors, even though being a neophyte, should I say, in terms of we were able to start, build, and people listening to our builds, and it's just like knowledge was exuding from these Moors. So if you have the opportunity to connect with the jour studious Moors, connect. And even if you don't get the opportunity to connect, be the example that you're looking to see, and trust they'll come to you. Always wear your fez. Always be in habit. Trust me, it makes a difference.
And even when you're not, it's the vibration of having that ability to exchange information. That's diplomacy. That's international. That's what traveling is, because you're unofficially representing your nation. And so we have this ability to communicate. Like today, we had so many builds just talking to people, and it's divine. Like we can't even break it down today. Like
on the street.
On the street.
On the train, yeah. And
in the cab just now, in terms of
on the cab on the Uber away on the way here to the train station, a Turkish brother, and his girlfriend's Russian, and we just having a conversation.
He wanted us to do a video like we was proper celebrities. Like, what do you mean? He was so excited.
You are the celebs. You are the celebs out there.
We're not charging, Cujo. This is just on the strength. Oh, it's old.
You sure you don't want to put that cash app out there?
We honor the principles of Noble Drew Ali, so we want to make sure that we honor him and even the message and the legacy that he inherited to bring us back into that fold, right?
And the young brother in Marine Flats, what was his name?
Matush.
That was fire because he's studying architecture, and so we were walking, and the thing is, he stopped us because we were talking about architecture, and he stopped us, and then he said, "Yo, he's studying architecture," and then we just went into a whole bunch of information and masonry, right, and just breaking down, and he was just. And some of the stuff he knew what we were talking about on the more
so
side,
like
right?
I was like, you know that the Habsburgs and Spain is the same bloodline. He's like, yeah. And I'm like, well, as an architect, your legacy is to build. I said, this is Moorish revival architecture, so you're honoring things as a part of the preservation and legacy. So when we're honoring things, we're preserving. Now, yeah, we know it can be colored and quasi, but he already had that information, and you really see a lot of that in Bavaria that they have preserved. Within the church, you saw pagan, Egyptian, you saw Islamic, you saw like just so many Masonic, like you saw a lot of different signs and symbols within that Moorish church.
Let me ask you this one. Let me ask you this one. What do you have to say to people who say that there's no Moorish unity?
Bollocks.
English expression.
She doesn't have the double. She doesn't have the 007 accent down properly.
It's bollocks. So it's shite. So the problem is that these people have not felt on that vibration, and that's why we talk about it's proclaiming and declaring. It's that mental all is mind. So once your mind and your heart are aligned, and you're going to have these vibrations, and we talked about it before, but this has been an easy trip. It's been easy, and I keep promoting that. It's like, you know, you can be with loved ones for like a day, and you can only handle them for a day. We're like, body is tired, back is broken,
belly is hungry,
and we just had some mad Ethiopian food. Cafe Omo. Munich, 5 stars.
Yep.
5 more stars.
5 more stars.
And that's Moorish unity is speaking to the sister and showing her the cover of the book, 101 Amazing Facts About the Negro. I said, let's show her something with her face on it. So she saw the Empress on there, and that brought her to pull out her phone and show herself in her turban. I was like, we were talking about this is a global culture, and we're honoring these principles. And she got it. That's what unity is. And it's not about taking credit, and it's not about being divisive or dogmatic. It's about that vibration. Dropping the mic.
Drop the mic. Drop the mic.
and we do have an audience. We should put your bucket of KFC hats out here so you can
cash up.
You more.
Somebody's asking where you more is at.
The train station.
In Money Making Munich.
Money Making Munich, apparently.
As we used to call it.
And they do have gold and silver here, yo. And then we
everywhere.
And it's a save.
Oh yeah, and bicycle.
Anybody else in the chat?
Any quick questions?
Before the train gets there, if you want to push the button, if you got something to say.
Hey, the boat left the dock. Hey, Cujo, the boat already left the dock.
The boat has left the dock. 3 more on the boat. Crazy.
And I still gotta post a picture of the bust.
We've got so many.
Man, we're gonna have to actually do a virtual lecture on what we just like. And it's free for everybody.
Great.
You sure you don't want to put the cash app out there? You might as well put the cash app out there.
You sure you don't want to put the cash app?
Because this is ancestral information. It's divinely inspired. You can't trademark and copyright divine.
There's one more. There's a more getting on, brother Khalifa, brother Mafi's getting on. So
oh, we got a hater in the chat.
What's that?
Oh no. Do you got Islam?
Wow, happy holy day.
Islam, happy holy day. More.
You know, I'm out here and moving around, but I had to tap in and say happy holy day. Appreciate y'all, Moors, displaying that we all over the planet. You know what I'm saying? Germany, Canaanland. And I just want to, tap in and send my love.
Give
I'm not
thanks, bro.
Received and right back at you, brother.
Peace and love.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the
Yeah.
honor and look at the flag. You know what I mean?
There it is.
Yeah, and look at the fez. Look at the fez
Look
too.
at
You know,
the
you already,
because
you know the muftis.
Hey,
with my
it's only
scimitar,
right.
you can't see it, but it's sharp.
Feel me?
Yeah, the whole day Khalifa was walking in front of us, just elbowing people out of the way. Elbowing people out of the way that are on her mufti.
Yeah, we send segment energy out there,
Yo,
right?
segment was really vibrating, but she didn't even need to come out but once, briefly.
True.
With the
Hey.
tour guide,
Yeah,
45 euro tour guide tried to school with the Empress.
And I appreciate you, Empress, too, for, rocking that fez out in the public, because just that alone gonna change the ethers, around here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, and
Conversation.
if I'd known, because I didn't want to like have the energy, so I'm gonna have my travel fezzes now, so I'll get a lot of more mad.
Get them mad.
They're gonna tell me I can't wear what I gave them. Ungrateful Moors.
And I actually almost disowned her because I'm like, what kind of short thing you bringing here?
They bring something. Me traveling 2 more weeks them after these fools. Me keep traveling. Me traveling more for real them. Play with these people.
No short things. No short things.
It represents the same energy. We're not playing with them. And trying to measure something, ladies. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying?
Matar sharp. You still step in the line.
Yo.
You see what happens? You see what happens when Moors get together?
Yo.
Hey,
All your small island Moors is something else.
Don't try that. This is the type of thing I'm doing all day. This is what I'm dealing with all
He can't say nothing to me. I came across land, water, earth, and sea to see this man. And
For real.
You traveled
No
airline
say.
and wear a breastplate already.
yes.
Yeah, true.
Say they have no talk. They have no talks to leave
No
up.
talk.
Hey, Moors in 3 different territories. We in 3
Where we
different
go.
territories right now.
What are
Yeah,
you
it's crazy.
about on the live then? What are you chopping up about on the live?
Yo, just gonna go through some Indians' relations to the Moors and how the Indians are actually Moors. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. Indians been talking crazy. That's why.
Like Sindhu Hindu Indians or wards of
not them. You know not them.
Let's need to clarify more.
You know which ones I'm talking about.
Hey, Cujo.
Yeah, boy.
I see you got the Moor up there. You got the cipher. You about to go into the cipher?
Yeah, I was playing it, and then the Moors chimed in. So once they get on their train, we're gonna get back to the.
Yeah, I just wanted to tap in. I was like, "You really doing a live?" I was like, "Yo."
And the train is 5 minutes late, so we gotta at least another 5 minutes before we get on the train.
Oh, for real? Okay.
Yeah, so it's another 5 minutes of bacchanal before the train comes.
This is the goodness. This is the goodness. Here's another one.
The church, the Roman church today, man, was, and the energy from the time we walked in there, the energy was a lighter energy. Yeah. From the time you cross that threshold, you open the door and you put one foot in and you cross the threshold, it was just a lighter energy. And then I turn the corner and I see the Habsburg flag, double eagle flag, and I'm like, And then the first stained glass window thing was all Moors, and then the second one was the creation of man.
All Moors again.
All Moors again.
Including the angels and
But it's layers
and
because it has like the days, it has the circle set, like the circle 7 heavy. Astrology, numerology, like it's just like all the things that we talk about incorporating, it's there for whatever you can see, you're able to capture that. All right, yo, we about to be out, real traveling Moors. What is it, 98 countries and more?
Something like that.
You got one more jumped in there. One more jumped in.
Hey, I just want to say happy holy day. I ain't got really nothing to say because everybody got their fez on. I figured I'd show mine too just because stay in the habit, all more supposed to do what you're supposed to do. And that's about it, man. I just want to say, man, I love y'all, man. And I'm glad I got to see the sister, man. Shelter, man, I love you, man. Bobby, man, I love you, man. Cujo, man, I love you, man. Like, for real.
It's love, boy.
It's love. It's real, man. But I ain't trying to stay on here. I ain't trying to stay on here. Just wanted to show my face. You dig? So I'm out.
Islam boy.
And he's wearing the green vest.
Green vest.
And he's wearing the green vest for Friday, Venus Day, all of that on the holy day. So, super
All of that.
Wow.
Yo, give thanks more.
All right, boys. I'm about to sign off. Peace and love, Cujo. Peace and love. All the Moors out there.
Islam. Peace, Mafi.
Hold on. Look.
Oh, yeah.
You guys about to be kicking people in the back to get on that train.
No green screen.
No green screen.
Yeah, those. But it could be green screen because it is Friday, right?
Oh, and it's
Yeah, straight up.
Oh, and it's the red and the green.
all day, every day. We do this.
All day, every day.
All you got to do is pay attention.
No Cash App.
It's the only cost you got to do.
Straight.
We got Cujo speechless right now. Like, I don't know what kind of vibe what type of time you on right now, Cujo? Did we interrupt something?
No, I ain't on nothing. I'm chilling. I'm on vacation right now. I ain't doing jack.
Oh, hey, I wish you saw. Hey, yo. We got to get you back out here, man. We got to get you back out here.
Oh, yeah, we got to work it out. We're going to work it out.
All right.
We're definitely going to work it out.
Like several years.
We got to shut him down. Don't worry. We got to shut his ass down. Don't worry.
All right, y'all. Salam.
Islam wars.
Peace and love. Salam.
Islam. Islam. Salam nu. Khalifa.
He's stupid.
Peace.
No more unity. But here we go.
Yeah, check. Too many wish on a star, thinking nothing is possible. Another messy situation, not machine washable. I'm only responsible for what I say, not for what you understand. Give me any beat, I snap like rubber bands. I'm rooted like the motherland. You ever been stuck in the same place? Now you doing the running, man. If not, even me can stop me. I know nothing can. I write so much, I got more sentences than the son of Sam. I'm so private, all they do is assume. Honestly, I'm not like most, cause all they do is consume what's in the media. Checking my brain's an encyclopedia. I tell you what's the deal, like you booked the room on Expedia. But why my verses? If you wanna find purpose, I know you nervous, and never remind you what your worth is. Entertain clowns speak, I'm part of the circus. I can go in depth, but I just scratched the surface.
Yeah. Check. Yeah. Watch me bury the competition. I'm on a mission, but they trying to kick it. I told them to break a leg. My scimitar taking heads. Emperor like Leon. You haters just beyonds. Dust your favorite rapper. That's just something we agree on. Her sex is on fire. I'm the king of Leon. No Leo. I'm Scorpius. This planetary orbiting. I brought the heat to the table cause you ordered it. Mighty Morphin shit. Haters mad cause the Moors is lit. Ali Khan Bey brought the hammer to the court again. The body is the temple and my mind is where the fortress is. Forfeit, kid. They give it up like devotees. I'm bumping IPL, listening to G.O.D.
Okay. Say, rare arithmetic coming through your speaker. Don't need no heater with these ethers. Flow anointed like a preacher. When I pick up the pen, I make them a believer. If you hate, leave you shaking. See the salt in your demeanor. But that's okay though. Just hit the mode your mind like some Play-Doh. Spit philosophies like a ghetto Socrates or a Play-Doh. Balls might get you to heaven. Can you see my halo? Ain't got no kids, but they call me Yayo. Drip me crispy like a panko. Drop a hit quicker than a Draco. Know that I'm a win because I say so. And every nigga is a star. Ask Galileo.
Yo. Johnny Bars flow. Hit the globe, said I know. Yo, giving peace, picked up pieces, relinquish a soul waiting for me, needing to reach shit. reach cliffs either to take off or eat shit. But we rising so the fly be unfrequent. We been authentically moving, fuck the pretense. With the actions, never acting, I don't pretend. Deep in where you could find me, I'm living decent. Morse code, stay in the course though, we bring gifts back in your house like it's curfew. In any land that I surf through, plan to pay earth stools. Coming back full circle, glad that it worked through. Smoking with my granddaddy, purple.
Yeah, urban legends. Shadow work, I need a lot of it now. I'm like Shadow Moon, still trying to figure it out. Cause I'm a son of a god, never an ignorant child. I might summon a god, making them take a bow. Wow, that's power like 50 Cent now. I've been legit, no one sicker than now. Fuck COVID, it ain't got nothing on me. Dead homies put it on them. This shit so potent, I test souls like Odin. I leave you in the cold, fellow. If you try to shake this bit when I poke like Othello, I will put a nigga on his pockets, no cello. This the last straw, no cap, like sombreros. I pulled up on my Hermano, Ali Khan, peep the ambiance. Saw love in my audience. The way I navigate on beats, I'm on tour mode. My communication always see, call it Morse code. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Yo.
We live by 10 laws, 5 principles. Initiation, meditate, divine rituals. We live by 10 laws, 5 principles. One nation, one God, indivisible. We live by 10 laws, 5 principles. Initiation, meditate, divine rituals. We live by 10 laws, 5 principles. One nation, one God, indivisible.
Yo, bringing forth light through the dark. That's the first thing that Drew Ali taught. You're a divine being, can't be sold or be bought. Like a star, all caps like a corporation. You're a star off the charts from the constellation. This is serious, B. You gotta save the nation. No procrastination. Big up the GS and Tastarico teachers. Knowledge itself, not paperwork gon' free us. Rockin' up for I'm in the real little curious. And a female base, one of the truest to ever do this. Middle finger to you conscious fucks that turn Jewish. Criminal minded, took a lifetime to cure this. The lies of my eyes, that's what the wisdom of the womb is. The wisdom of the womb is what the ultimate truth is. Chorus watching your actions, don't care who you this. Whenever it's peace, Islam like a Buddhist.
10 laws, 5 principles to eliminate the flaws. Align the individual. This is effect of a cause complex, but so simple. Take a pause, take in the instrumental. Things coincide, nothing coincidental. No mistakes, nothing accidental. Occupy the space, we call it the temple. Open up the safe, give them what's essential. If they violate, fingernails and the dentals ain't leaving no trace. Elements are fundamentals. Apply the law of attraction. What you do has an opposite or equal reaction. The ancestral plans ain't shit without actions.
10 laws of rules, 5 principles. These are the goals. Really outstanding, laws cancelable, immutable, and all constitutional bylaws. These laws of rules, 5 principles. 10 articles, enforceable, disorderable, so open source, and all constitutional bylaws. Laws, fingerprints, my seal be my thumb fingerprint. Red ink stamp, shut down the big bang. 10 plus 7 articles, that's it, man. A dumb don't get it, the sun gon' set, gonna be a big bang. I'm more beautiful, that's a good thing. God, that's trust. Y'all wanna buck? Cough up some red shoes. Y'all wanna bless food with a hood wing. Make your skin cherry leather, trying to be something you can never. Black's dead necro, I'm a full of life spectrum. With some blow a lot of prana, that's for designer. You're not a man, you a iguana. Who said we're not in Africa? Look up Gunzwana. Yeah. But guns wanna cuss nothing going on. Learn your unalienables. Tell you more, but it's unbelievable.
I said laws, five principles. Initiation, meditation, mind rituals. We live by 10 laws, 5 principles. One nation, one God, indivisible. We live by 10 laws, 5 principles. Initiation, meditation, mind rituals. We live by 10 laws, 5 principles. One nation, one God, indivisible.
Principles, get your conduct straight. Crocodile back. Divine law violators won't give a smile back, much less a nod. When I hail up, they school face up. So bent like Harvey has their two faces up. Trust less, cause trust more is left for worthy. No principles but justice. For the ones that's dirty. Claims correspond from matter to energy. Swimming in the sub-realms for mental and spirit affinity. Vibrate and cause light and heat magneticity. From the lower mind to the higher mind, breast simplicity. The rules, the capacity for pain and pleasure is so balanced. You can cause an imbalance. Never y'all taking chances on rappers. I move with law and order. Outside and independent of all is chaos, disorder. Cause the root of everything that happens or doesn't. Denying effect means the law is repugnant. Elevation stunted, even drunks are blunted. Will have you misdirected by the false pundits. Trying to hit a grand slam when you should have bunted. Spiritual abundance keeps demons dungeon.
That spooky shit's not mystical. The boogeyman you fear is invisible. The cookie that you smoke's not original. The pussy said this broken is minuscule. The God in the flesh, indivisible. For now, that's why it's called individual. Can't divide it to in disguise criminal. Y'all devout, but I'm cynical. Invincible among bare minimals, maximizing 10 laws, 5 principles. That's the guy that comes with no shittable, no fucks, facts around facts, centrifugal, mass reach a critical, peeling the pineal, back reach the pinnacle, sealing the deal with no ceiling, no floor, while I ridicule the charming snakes that limit you and prison you.
We live by 10 laws, 5 principles. Initiation, meditation, mind rituals. We live by 10 laws, 5 principles. One nation, one God, indivisible. We live by 10 laws, 5 principles. Initiation, meditation, mind rituals. We live by 10 laws, 5 principles. One nation, one God, indivisible.
Islam Moors, happy holy day to all the Moors. Happy holy day to all the Moors worldwide. That was a good little double intro right there. Honors to the traveling Moors, the real traveling Moors, not the fakers. You go into the same spot every time, the real traveling Moors. Honors to those Moors. Al Jazeera. How Native Americans adopted slavery from white settlers. For all you don't want to be Moors, but you want to be Indian people. Some members of the 5 tribes became owners of enslaved black women and men themselves, as they increasingly adapted to Euro-American norms, such as style of dress and governmental structure. Beginning in the 1700s and intensifying in the early 1800s, members of the 5 tribes enslaved black women and men as domestic and agricultural laborers. For example, Chickasaw planters exported an estimated 1,000 bales of cotton in 1830. This cotton was picked and processed by black slaves. Comparatively, in 1826, the state of Georgia produced 150,000 bales of cotton. In 1860, about 30 years after their removal into Indian territory from their respective homes in Southeast, Cherokee Nation citizens owned 2,511 slaves, 15% of their total population. Choctaw citizens owned 2,349 slaves, 14% of their total population. Creek citizens owned 1,532 slaves, 10% of their population. Chickasaw citizens owned 975 slaves, which amounted to 18% of their total population, a proportion equivalent to that of the white slave owners in Tennessee, a former neighbor of the Chickasaw Nation and a large slaveholding state. So run tell that to all the indigenous whoever's that don't want to be Moors. And keep in mind, the dummy treaties that these Indians signed that gave away the Moroccan Empire to these modern Europeans that now, 2022, they're complaining about the European broke all the treaties or whatever. Yeah, because they're dummy treaties. That's why he's breaking them. And if you're going to break those ones, of course they're going to break the treaty that they're bound to, is the Treaty of Peace and Friendship, which gave them the authority to be over here in the first place. So obviously they're going to run amok because of the Indians who sold out. The same Indians that, not from Hindustan, the ones over here that don't want to be Moors, but they're glad to say that they're Indians. All right, well, let's just see. Let's just check. Alan Carey Webb. Alan Carey Webb says, moreover, the well-established traditions of Christian Spain's struggle against the Moors were carried over the campaigns in the Americas, criticizing Todorov for failing to consider the influence of Spanish history on contemporary Renaissance views of Native Americans. Roberto González Echeverría points out that the Spaniards had prepared themselves for this complex military, political, and social event, the American conquest, in the wars of reconquest against the Arabs. These wars, which lasted for 8 centuries and culminating with the Catholic kings, when the Catholic kings took Granada in 1492, had been very much like the campaigns Cortes waged against Montezuma. The kind of holy war the Spaniards waged against the Indians was a reflection of the holy war the Arabs led against the Spaniards, with Santiago as the counterpart of Muhammad. The polemics of how to treat a different culture that had been defeated did not begin with Mastino's sermon, but recently conquered Granada. The relevance of the existence with the Moors to the conquest, administration, and imaginative projection of Spanish relations with the New World cannot be overemphasized. So when they came over here and they started their conquer campaign over here, they did the same stuff that they did to the Moors in Granada. So if they did the same thing over there to the ones over here, what's that mean about the people that they found over here? What's that tell you? This stuff is not rocket science. This is common sense science. That's all it is. Real simple. And everybody knows. Just like the Moors said, they went all the way to damn Germany getting bowed to and all that stuff. Now they're getting bowed to. Now they're getting bowed to in Germany. Why? Why? Why are they getting bowed to in Germany? Well, they never got that nigger treatment anywhere else they went. No nigger treatment. Once they got their culture going on, once they're in their habit, you get acknowledged, you get honored. Once you're in your habit, you get honored, right? Anor Madrid says, in his book, La Herencia Medieval de Mexico, Louis Weckman makes the connection between Moor and Indian in the eye of the conquistador unambiguous. The Hieronymite friars referred to the inhabitants of Hispaniola as these Moors. In the initial years in New Spain, the term mosque was used to name the indigenous places of worship, and the term alfaqui to refer to the indigenous priests. Martin Vasquez called Cholula a Moorish pueblo. Castilblanco had 14 mosques or places of worship, and many more exited in Tlaxcala and Tenochtitlan, whose largest temple was with exquisite stonework and wood. The conquistadors were not surprised at finding in New Galicia, as mentioned in the second anonymous report, women branded, that is marked with a branding iron on the chin like Moorish women, nor at finding mosque in Florida and Chicora or in New Mexico. The defeat of the Moors in Granada and the Aztecs in Mexico set in motion an assimilationist ideology using conversion and education as vehicles to sever the ties of Moriscos and indigenous peoples of New Spain from their past. Sound familiar? How come they're still doing the stuff that they did to the Moors, to the so-called Indians over here? The inhabitants of Hispaniola were known as these Moors. These Moors. Why? Why are they known as these Moors? Is there something that's missing here? Somebody missing something? Somebody's clearly missing something. Because if the colonists and the conquistadors know that, hey, we're going to conquer these inhabitants of the new world and all their places of worship, we're going to call them mosques. And all these inhabitants, we're going to call them Moors. Why are these so-called Indians debating Moors as to who we are? Why? Maybe because they sold out. Maybe because that's their job. Maybe that's what they have to do. Maybe they're told to do that. Maybe they're ordered. Maybe we're looking at COINTELPRO as, oh yeah, the black guys, yeah, the black guys, whatever. Maybe COINTELPRO are the Indians. Maybe they're COINTELPRO too. Maybe they hired some Indians for COINTELPRO. There's some research to do. Did COINTELPRO include Indians? Were there Indian sellouts in the COINTELPRO program? Trying to keep these people deaf, dumb, and blind? Not knowing the truth about who we are, or knowing the truth about who we are and keeping it secret, keeping it hidden. Why would they keep it hidden? Why would they make such a valiant effort to make sure that our people don't recognize that they're Moors? To make sure our people don't recognize that they're Moors. But you call yourself anything else, doesn't matter. You know, I mean, as soon as you start talking about Moors, oh, here they come. Here they come, trying to shut you down, trying to get you to not be who your ancient foremothers and forefathers were. Why? They have to be working for somebody else. Because there's no way that, just like we said, those Moors, right? Those Moors near Germany. And then Brother Mafi got on here Brother, study more God on here. These are Moors in all different territories. There was no debating about anything. There was no arguing about anything. There was no, oh, you can't wear that fez and all that stuff. There was none of that. How come? Why was there no debating? You guys better check which Moors that you're around and all that stuff. And some of these Moors, they're not about unity. They're not about uplifting the nation. They uplift their selfish self all day. Right? That's what the Cash App joke was. Make sure they put out their Cash App. Make sure they put it out there. Because you gotta pay for them flights and all that stuff. So they gotta make sure that they put it out. Which, none of them put out any Cash App. Whole 40 minutes they were live today. They didn't put a Cash App out once. They didn't mention Cash App. Only the crack jokes on the Moors who like to put out the Cash App. The Moors who like to take your finance to go tour the world and then bring nothing back for you. And then you go give them finance again, like a big dummy. You don't know you're being played. Matter of fact, one of the Moors sent Brother Lamont's price list, the price list for all their quote unquote services that they got. 500 for this, 300 for this. 20 per this. Why? Because they don't have anything for you. Didn't you hear what the mother said? It's good to just be around Moors and the vibe is just good. There's no bad vibes. The vibe is just good. Just go around Moors, the vibe's good. There's nothing else. We could focus on whatever we want to do. We gotta focus on trying to prove anything to anybody and nothing like that. Nothing. None of that. They made it so easy. It was so easy. And it was amazing. Just like Moore said, it was amazing to see Moors together. Just 3 Moors. It wasn't even a posse of Moors. 3 Moors together. Had Germany messed up. People bowing and all this type of stuff. 3 people? 3 Moors? 3 Moors have them messed up like that? But then again, Drew Ali did say, traveling 3, 5, 7, 9 and all that stuff. So, maybe it was Drew Ali. Who knows? Maybe it was Drew Ali. Maybe Drew Ali was in the ethers, slapping everybody. That's why they were bowing. As soon as they walked into the building, the energy changed. They thought it was the building. They're feeling their own energy going into the building, feeling their own vibes. Hive mind, all of them feeling their own vibes. That's how amazing being Moor is, right? Go East, Young Man by Richard Francavio. Perhaps Spaniards were influenced by Islam, as they now zealously spread Christianity to infidels in the New World, much as the Moors had spread Islam into the Iberian Peninsula. Despite their strong Islamic traditions, Spaniards soon came to despise Iberia's Moorish heritage. In the New World, it was easy to classify the Native American other as a Muslim. As Nabil Matar observed, and Robert Irwin more recently concluded, the Spanish literature of the period frequently compared the barbarous pagan American Indians to the Muslims, and both were regularly accused by Christian writers of idolatry, sodomy, and indolence. It was, after all, the Moors who had forged a new identity in Spain, creating in effect 2 societies, dominant Muslims and minority Christians, the latter becoming second-class citizens. Even today in Mexico and the Southwest, that dish of brown beans and white rice is called moros y cristianos, Moors/Muslims and Christians, a seemingly innocuous meal and name that represents the darker Moor and the lighter Christian. Increasingly, the bean itself is a native of the New World, while rice symbolized the whiter Christian originated in the Old World. The indigenous beans becoming the infidel Moor reminds us of how easily the Native American Indian could be placed in that Moorish role. Let's read that again. Let's read that again. After all, it was the Moors who had forged a new identity in Spain, creating in effect two societies, dominant Muslim and minority Christians, the latter becoming second-class citizens. Even today in Mexico, in the Southwest, that dish of brown beans and white rice, Moors and Muslims and Christians, a seemingly innocuous meal and name that represents the darker Moor and the lighter Christian. Interestingly, the bean itself is native of the New World. So if the bean is native of the New World, how come they didn't call it Los Indios y Cristianos? How come they didn't call it Los Indios y Cristianos if the bean is from over here? Why are they calling it Moor? No, hold on a second. So the bean is called Moros, but the bean's from over here. And then the people, they don't want to call themselves Moros, but they're from over here. You think somebody's confused, maybe? They're probably confused, don't you think? More than likely, they're confused and don't know what the hell they're talking about. They obviously don't know what the hell they're talking about. They obviously have no idea what the hell they're talking about. What happens to the Indian and the England that they are still looking for now on the History Channel? That's why they're still looking for it, because there's no such thing as Indian, so they're never going to find it. That's why they keep looking. There's no such thing as England and Britain and all that stuff. They're going to look and never find that stuff. Never. Just as it, how come blacks don't have rights? Because there's no such thing as blacks, so there's no rights. It's not. This is basic. This is basic. Raleigh said the half has not been told. These people are not even getting 1/10, and they still don't get it. They're not even getting 0.0009. They're not even getting that. You give them a grain of truth and it's too much. You give them a grain, 1 grain. You give them 1 grain of truth. Oh my gosh, huh? They got every reason why they can't, why they shouldn't, why they won't. And then don't even know that they're creating their conditions with all this negative mindset that they don't want this and they don't want that. Don't even know what they're doing to themselves. But you know, it is what it is. You know, it's part of their sojourn. It's their sojourn. So, you know, we got Noble Drew Ali and all that stuff. We're not concerned. We already got our prophet told us everything that it takes to save a nation. And we already took all that stuff, saved ourselves. We're trying to save others. You know, since we're saved, you know, we have authority to save others. And then our people don't want to be saved. All right, no problem. You know, we'll just keep doing our life is good in our Nas voice. Life is good with our white suit chilling, because the hell you want from Moors? Drawley brought you everything it takes to save a nation. Moors took it, saved themselves, and then giving you everything it takes to save a nation, and more probably. Probably getting more. Because the half has not been told. And we know Moors been telling. Moors been putting it out. People still don't want this. Don't worry about them, Moors. Don't even be concerned with these people who don't want this. Don't even be concerned. If they don't want it, no problem. Don't even be concerned with these people who don't want it. Save yourself. Get with some other people who know the truth. Get somewhere with some other people who took everything that it takes to save a nation and save themselves, and then unify with them and have a good life. And don't be concerned with these suffering people, because they love suffering. So let them suffer. Just let them suffer. You know, you don't gotta kill yourself. Try waking up people and all that stuff. You know, if you like the food, you go to the cookout, shut your mouth, and you go sit there and you enjoy the food like everybody else. You don't need to go dropping the game on everybody and all that stuff. Missing the cookout because, you know, you're mad because every time you go, they don't want to hear anything. Just shut the hell up then. Just go there with tape over your mouth and cut a little hole so you can stick the food in there and say nothing to these people. Unless they want to, you know, come up to you and ask you something, then you can take the tape off and, you know, let them know something. But other than that, don't even entertain. Don't even entertain trying to convince our people about what you know. Don't waste your time. If they want it, let them come to you. And if they want it, they're gonna come to you. Just like the Moors near Germany, when all they're doing is walking around having a conversation, people jumping in their conversation. They, oh yeah, and then I heard you guys talking about. Our people don't do that. How many times, Moors, you've been out there with your fez turban on or whatever like that, and people you don't even know running up to you to ask you why you wearing that, who are you, where do you come from, are you from here, and all that stuff. And there are people looking at you like you're nuts. Matter of fact, they don't even look at you. They do like the when the Europeans see the nigger, and then they hold their purse and stuff like that, go to the other side of the street. That's what they do with Moors. When they see Moors, they're supposed to running up to Moors. They're supposed to running up to Moors and asking some questions, try to find something out or whatever. They're looking at Moors crazy. Everything not to address the Moors. But you find any other national, what are they doing? Running up to Moors, pulling out stuff out their wallet. They haven't pulled out their wallet in 10 years. Honors to all you Moors. There's the countdown. Peace and love to all the Moors. Happy Holy Day to all the Moors. Don't forget, 77-day challenge, day 1. Get yourself into something. Get yourself better. Honors to all the mothers. Honors to the Prophet Noble Drew Ali.